Today I'm going to be doing a fragrance review about these two beautiful perfumes that happen to be dupes to another nice fancy fragrance. This one is called Jardin de Paris and is by Maison Alhambra, and this one is a dupe for J'adore, the other perfume version, which I have my sample right here, and let me tell you, it smells just wonderful. And this one that is called Tuberose and is by Monotheme Venezia, and this one is a dupe to Fracas by Robert Piguet. This one can be quite expensive and it smells just, this one, this is a really if I have to choose 10 perfume for life, this one will be one of my top, within maybe number 1 or number 2, because it smells just wonderful. So this one right here, how do they perform? Are they similar or not similar? Do they have that cheap smell that, you know, we don't like in perfumes? Well, I'm going to try to describe them as best as I could and tell you really how similar they are, because they are very close. Because yes, if you want to know if they are similar or not, yes they are. Both of them are very similar, but there are a few differences that I think you might be interested in. So let's start with this one, with Jardin de Paris, and compare it to J'adore, the other perfume version. So those two, are they similar or not? Yes, they are. This one is a good dupe for this one, very much. The only difference is, let's start with what is it that I get in both of them. In these two fragrances, both of them is all about the flowers. A really nice, powerful, strong, very punchy, very strong flower aroma, because it is strong, but it's all about the flowers. Now the flower that I get, it's different flowers, to be honest with you, it's all different flowers, but to me in both fragrances the flowers are well mixed together, they are well combined, so it's really hard to pick one against the other. But I do get, in both fragrances, I do get to detect the magnolia a little more compared to the other flowers, but pretty much really it's just a flower perfume. That is, the thing about the flowers here is that those flowers are very strong and very pretty, very gorgeous in both fragrances. Now, what would be the difference? So J'adore has some sweetness that, to me, how can I say it? Here you have a mellow note, and I think that mellow note is making J'adore being a little more sweeter and more dense compared to this one. It's a nice note because it's, imagine in your head a nice, juicy, ripe, very good quality, very yummy melon that you just open and then you eat it, and you know the juices that you feel and taste and all that. Well, imagine that as a smell. That's what I get here. I wouldn't call this perfume either of those. I would not call them fruity floral, because to me, I don't see that. When I put it on, I smell flowers. I don't smell fruit. But I do get, especially here in J'adore, I do get that sweetness coming from a fruit. But it's not so much of a fruit smell, but the sweetness, at least to me on my skin, that's what I detect. The sweetness of that fruit. And because of that, here I don't have that mellow note, or at least I don't smell it when I put it on my skin. But because of that, this one, J'adore, is a little more dense, a little thicker, and this one is a little more fresh, a little more airy, but they are very similar to each other, very similar and very pretty, very gorgeous. This is the type of fragrance that you want to wear. First of all, if you are a person that likes flower perfumes like me, I love flower perfumes, and in both fragrances here, in Jardin de Paris and J'adore, I think the flowers are done to perfection, because it's a very pretty, very pretty aroma, both of them. But anyway, I can barely smell it through here, I have to spray it. But anyway, so when to wear something like this, a fragrance like this, that is all about the flowers. First of all, winter or summer, those baby, both of them perform super good, nice and strong, no problems there. In summer, you smell delicious and it's not too strong, or that you get a headache, at least in my case, no. Nice and pretty. And in winter it's nice and strong and still performing, still standing. So it's nice for a flowery perfume. But the flowers, that's the one thing about these two fragrances. Those flowers are like blooming flowers. They to me, it feels like they picked them up when the flowers were blooming, because it's so nice and strong and punchy, very punchy, and I like it. Before keep going, I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel and don't forget to click on the bell. Let's go to this one. So Tuberose, and this is by Monotheme Venezia. So this one is similar to this one that is called Fracas by Robert Piguet. So this one, what is it that I get here? In both fragrances, it's all about the tuberose. If you like tuberose, here you got it, but it's not a sweet, bubble, gummy, or gourmand type of tuberose. No, here is the flower form of the tuberose. And it's very nice, it's very pretty. This perfume is one... I love this perfume, I really do. It's one of my favorite perfume in life. So this one, what is it that I get? Let me smell it somewhere. So this one, I get a nice, beautiful tuberose aroma, like I was saying, but it's a creamy tuberose, very delicious. It has a little sprinkle of sweetness. It's not really a sweet perfume, but it does have some sprinkle of sweetness in it, which I think makes the perfume very interesting, very nice, very pretty. It also has another flowers, but it's not really about the other flowers. It's about the tuberose. And I do get to smell jasmine, so keep that in mind. But it's not about the other flowers. It's about the tuberose. It also has a little sprinkles of citrus. The citrus is more prominent in the opening. In the dry down, it's still there, but very tiny. Now, this one, when we talk about tuberose, here I do get the tuberose smell, which is nice. It's also creamy. It's not as creamy compared to Fracas by Robert Piguet, but it is creamy. And also, like I was saying, here you get all different flowers, but the main one is the tuberose, and you get jasmine. Well, I mentioned jasmine because here I also get all the other flowers, not just the tuberose. The tuberose is still the strongest, but the jasmine, when I compare the jasmine note here to this one, the jasmine here is stronger compared to Fracas. Now, it's not that the jasmine is super strong here, no, but it is stronger compared to Fracas. Now, this one, it's a good dupe to this one, but there is a little of a difference. I'm not saying they're not dupes or nothing like that, so don't get me wrong, because for this one, I look some more. And it took me forever to find a perfume that smells like this one. I really like this one. It smells so pretty. So this one is pretty much only for me. If you know of any other perfume, please let me know. And don't talk about the Madonna one, because that one is pretty much discontinued and you cannot get it nowhere. So this one, to get a dupe of this one, for me it has been so hard, so difficult to find one. And here, here I did got it. That smell of that beautiful tuberose. The only thing to make it like a 90% similar, you know, it will be that jasmine note, because the jasmine note, it does come across stronger compared to Fracas, and that's where the main difference. And also the creaminess, because Fracas is like super creamy, very nice, buttery, creamy tuberose perfume, which, oh my goodness, it smells good. It's really good. Versus here, that creaminess is there, but it's not that nicely done, that's super well done and strong. Not strong, but what I mean, like, it's really there in Fracas. Here the creaminess is there, but it's more mild compared to Fracas, but it's there. And this is a nice perfume. It's not bad, and it is similar. It is similar to this one, to Fracas by Robert Piguet. The only thing is that the jasmine, I wish they would have been a little more conscious, you know, if they were trying, because I don't know if they were actually trying to dupe this one, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. Anyway, but the jasmine note here, I wish it would be more similar to Fracas, because I really like Fracas. I think this is just a wonderful perfume. But anyway, they are similar. They are similar perfumes. So here, how do I get that synthetic aroma? No, I don't. It smells nice. It smells pretty. It doesn't last as long as Fracas does. And also with this one, the projection is there, but Fracas, I get a little stronger projection. For this one, I don't think I told you about it. Here, the projection is good and strong, but it is lighter, like I was saying, or a fresher version compared to Yador, but it does project pretty good. It does have a nice big bubble of aroma, and the duration on this one is good. And by the way, in both fragrances, I don't smell nothing synthetics, and they do not smell cheap at all. They smell pretty good, actually. Very nice fragrances. Coming back to this one. So, when to wear something like this? This one is a very beautiful fragrance, both of them, that you can wear, sorry, that you can wear anywhere really, because it's so nice, so pretty, so gentle and feminine. It's very girly, it's very pretty, it's very, in my opinion, I do see this as a very lady-like type of perfume, because it's very flowery, it has that sprinkle of sweetness, it's very feminine really, and it smells delicious. It's a perfume that I think smells so pretty that you can wear anywhere. You can wear even for something very fancy. I would, even so for fancy, maybe I would just go with something a little more mysterious. I think you can wear it for something fancy, because they are such a pretty aromas, both of them just pretty. Now, it does gonna craft better to wear, if I have to be honest with you. If you ask me, well, Isabella, but let's just really think about it, start thinking of how beautiful it is, what would you really recommend it for? I think it's most likely for just simple things, you know, for going to work, going to, I don't know, school, doing something with your friends. It's perfect for summer, because it does smell, you know, the flowers and the citrus and all that. So I think for summer it's perfect, but in winter it projects well, it works in winter, which is nice. So on that part, but in summer, spring, I think it's the best time, because it is flowers aroma, you know, and flowers is always nice and pretty in summer, spring. That's when you really want to smell like flowers, right? Another beautiful flower perfume is this one that is called Reina, and it's by Maison Alhambra, and I already make a video talking about this one, and I'm gonna put the video next. So if you're interested, you can just click and go watch it. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Bye.